Before boarding the plane to Norway, Evie and Harry talked about the trip. About where they'd be stopping over. About what they'd do once they got to Spitsbergen. They talked about bringing plenty of warm clothing and gear and supplies to make it through. They talked about getting their documents and passports in order. They even talked about the strange city they had both dreamt of. But Evie knew there was something they hadn't talked about. A question she didn't know how to ask the professor, because every time she'd tried, the right words never came out. But a long flight leaves plenty of time to think.
Professor?
Yes?
When I was being held by that man, Bowen, he showed me a picture of you. A picture of you and my father in the Pacific. Did you know my father, Professor?
And then, it was Harry who didn't know how to find the right words. Because even though he'd been waiting years for that question, he still didn't know how to answer it. Evie took Harry's silence as a yes.
Bowen said, my father died because of you. Is that true, Professor?
Well, it's complicated. Look, I wanted to.
You wanted what? Just talk, for God's sake.
All right. I'll explain everything.
Good. We've got plenty of time to spare before we land.
My wife, Nora, was diagnosed with an incurable disease. The same hereditary illness of unknown origin that had struck her mother before her. The doctors had no answer. So I decided to find it myself. I never imagined the answer would take me so far away. To a remote island in the Pacific. Back then, I didn't have the financial independence I have now. So I had to raise money and put a team together. Do you remember the night before your father left for work in San Francisco? You were probably 5 or 6 years old?
Oh, God. Yes, I remember. I remember a beautiful, dark-haired woman, a nervous, scrawny guy, and a man who seemed really happy about something.
I'll never forget those words. You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested, by any chance, in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific? That's right. Frank agreed to come with us to the island. It pained him to leave you and your mother back in Mississippi, but he needed the money and I was paying very well. But that island wasn't what we expected. There was something there that... Let's just say there are forces in this world that mankind ought not to meddle with, Miss Drayton. Things like the Black Ooze, and on that island, it was everywhere. I told you, it's the most dangerous substance I've ever come across. We found that out when one of the expedition members came into contact with it. It was him, driven mad, who attacked your father. Just a shallow cut with an ancient dagger, but enough to infect him with that black liquid. That is what took Frank's life. I did what I could to look after him, but that infection, it was beyond anything I could handle. His final words still haunt me. Harry, please look after my wife and my little girl. And that's what I've been trying to do all these years. Though evidently not as well as I might have done.
Evie was speechless. She could not believe it.
Take care of me? What are you talking about? I just met you a week ago. I've never had anyone except my mother. And the only help we ever got was from the insurance checks. What kind of help are you—
There was no insurance, Evangeline.
What?
Harry decided that since he'd started telling the truth, he wouldn't stop halfway.
I am the Hydrangea Foundation. Hydrangeas were just Nora's favorite flowers, that's all.
And then, Evie understood. She understood the strange and painful sacrifice that man had made.
I wasn't the one who drove that dagger into your father, but I dragged him to that island and didn't listen when he told me we had to leave.
Harry had spent a long time avoiding the truth of what had happened nearly 30 years before, on that island in the Pacific. But for the first time in ages, he was forced to face it.
So yes, your father died because of me. I can't tell you how sorry I am. I won't be so foolish as to ask for your forgiveness. I know I have no right to it. I understand how you must feel now. I understand that you hate me.
You could have told me.
I know. But I'm a coward. All I've ever done is avoid responsibility.
Could be. But you've also risked your own life to save mine.
I owed you that.
And you've paid for my schooling? That's not what a miserable man does.
I only did it because I had the money. And because I felt guilty.
Look, Professor. You insist on painting yourself as a horrible person. But I don't think that's true. I think you're just a sad and lonely man who's shouldering more guilt than anyone should have to.
Harry was puzzled. He hadn't expected this. In a strange way, Evie's forgiveness made him feel uncomfortable. Didn't he deserve punishment for what he'd done? Evie's decision had made him doubt. Perhaps it was time to move on.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
I'm sure I am. Believe me.
And after that, Evie and Harry remained silent for the rest of the flight. Despite having talked about it, Evangeline and Harry were not prepared for the freezing cold they would face on that remote Norwegian island. Although weather would be the least of their problems in that place.
Alright. Oh, this way seems right.
God, this is unbearable. Professor, are you sure you're all right? You should have brought a couple more layers.
Don't worry, Miss Drayton. I'll be fine.
Harry hadn't always been like that. He used to like heat. But 3 months stranded on a Pacific island had changed his preferences.
What we saw in Bowen's office? The Black Pharaoh, Azathoth, and all that? What do you think it means?
Just the ramblings of a madman, I'm sure of it. I'm actually more worried about the other things. Spitsbergen, the statue, your memory loss, and your dreams about that creature. Too much of a coincidence, isn't it? This sign. It's written in Norwegian. I guess we're close.
Do you really believe it's possible to switch minds?
Honestly, Miss Drayton, I have no clue what we're dealing with. But whatever it is, we'd better stop Bowen as soon as possible.
Here it is, the radio station.
The storm is getting stronger.
We'd better stay close to each other, Professor.
The entry post is completely wrecked. What happened here? There are way too many beds for a simple radio station.
That would back up what Bowen said. That this place was just a cover-up.
A book titled The Unspeakable Cult doesn't sound like a very pleasant read. It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked.
canteen. Posters.
The mess hall. Or what's left of it. Nazi propaganda. Ugh. It's not working.
Or if the... Yep, there's a table. Over to that building. Go check out that. Three sets of cables. Maybe this is...
This looks like the station's garage. I wonder why they left vehicles in here.
Maybe they left in a hurry?
It's not working.
Here we go. This is it. I'll need a key to get
This
in
must
here.
be the generator room. But it's locked.
I can see some banners on the building. They look like... Oh,
Nazis. I hate these guys.
just as I thought. No power in here.
We should look for the key to that generator room. It must be around here somewhere. Interesting. Very interesting. But it won't help me bring the power back on. This might come in handy, but this machinery hasn't been used for years. It's junk.
Hanged up.
All of these rusty gadgets are useless. I'll have to take a look at it later. Right now, I need to get the power run. Oh, the door won't budge. Not yet. I've got to get the generator running before I can get any work done. This must be the key to the generator room.
Ready?
This might come in handy, but not right now. I need to get the power on in here first. Interesting. Very
Okay, get the
interesting.
power.
But it won't help me bring the power back on.
Look! Seems this generator was meant to power the whole facility. Try turning it on, Professor.
Hey, what the...
The current must have caused a power surge in that distribution panel up there. Let me take a look. Maybe I can fix it. Darn it. This fuse box is sealed. You don't happen to have a screwdriver on you, do you? Perfect. This'll do. An old fuse box. And it looks like it still works. Even after years under this weather.
Never doubt German engineering. What's the problem?
Well, the whole base runs on an interlock circuit.
What does that mean? I know nothing of technical stuff and you know it.
It means that for the power to reach the antenna, you'll have to manually turn on each switch in order.
You mean I have to look for switches all over the base?
That's right. I'll route the power from this fuse box, and then you turn it on.
Fine. Stay put. I'll get back to you.
You're in charge now.
Option. Now, guessing I go to this one. Oh, that was got a red blinking light. Get to this one, which relay. Yeah, turns.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
Please, by all means.
One. Oh, go on. Okay.
Up to
Gonna be
you now, Professor.
that one's damaged. Building. Yep.
Good.
Okay.
Managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
Ah. Vaga.
It's not working.
Which? Last one. Okay, so the last one's
Your turn, Professor.
Good.
Huh?
I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch. This storage room's a complete mess.
Like everything else in the station, it seems.
So we're the last one.
Your turn, Evangeline.
Yep, there we go. Quiet. Box. Oh.
Evangeline,
What is
I
that?
see her.
Harry hesitated to say the words because of how absurd they might sound.
Space ship of some sort?
A spaceship? You mean like a flying saucer?
Not exactly. Ah, the old man can climb ladders.
Yes, we did it.
We're good. Power's on. I'm heading back to the antenna, Professor.
Okay, Evangeline. Huh. Wasn't expecting to see one of these here.
What are you talking
Telephone.
about?
It's an Enigma machine. A message encryption device the Nazis used to encode
I'm
top
looking at
secret
it
messages.
in a box.
But how could you possibly know that?
I worked in intelligence during World War II. Obviously, I was too old to be sent to the front lines. And I
Flashback.
can't see a thing without my glasses. But the OSS thought someone like me could be useful cracking codes. So they sent me to Fort Meade, Maryland, to the Signal Security Agency building. Hendricks requested a transfer to Europe last week. He's a man of action, no doubt about it. Russell's desk is always a mess. He's probably on a cigarette break.
Recognize it.
The set of components that makes Enigma's encryption possible.
Button.
I always keep this for Enigma decoding instructions. This is the message that needs to be deciphered. I don't rightly know what we'd have done without Turing and his people over at Bletchley Park. I really doubt this is how Nora pictures my work here at Fort Meade, but she does love to tease me.
Bottom left. Comment.
I really doubt.
This thing.
We worked hand in hand with the Brits. They'd already managed to crack Enigma, so we hoped their work could help us break JN-25, the Japanese naval encryption system.
Oh. What? Okay.
Excellent. I think I solved it. Maybe we can use their deconstruction process and adapt it to crack the Japanese ciphers. Unfortunately, working for the government also means working for the occasional undesirable individual.
I don't like that. Yeah, directionally.
Yes?
Professor, this is Caleb Bowen speaking.
Bowen?
It's been weeks since the British handed over everything they had on Enigma. Do you know yet if that encryption model will help us decode JN-25? You have to understand, Professor. Washington is starting to get uneasy. I'll try to buy you some time, but I can't assure you anything.
I don't take orders from you, Bowen. Is that clear?
Don't take it out on me, Professor. I'm only the middleman. I'm just telling
What's
you
coming
what-
from Washington? Yes, I heard you. Then tell those pencil pushers in Washington that cryptography isn't an exact science. We're making progress, and that's all.
Ah, Professor, we have more in common than you think. Why do you insist on making us enemies?
Look, no matter how much you try to deny it, I know you're still a damn Nazi. And though I've never been able to prove it, I also know you had something to do with the sabotage of my expedition.
Not at all, Professor. You refused our funding, and that was the end of it.
Right. And you had no prior connection to Miss Cassandra Dexter Ward, is that correct?
As I've already told you 1,000 times, I met Miss Ward when she came to our society with you, asking for money.
So, it was all just a coincidence, right?
Of course. Coincidences do happen, Professor.
Listen to me, you disgusting little man. I have things to attend to. Do us both a favor and don't call again. What a moron.
Yeah. Damn it. Okay, I need to find code to oh,
This encrypted message is rather short. Januar 1900.
good. Lots of
Februar 19.
very
There's some sort of cape.
uh,
An encrypted message. No use. It's
Maybe
encrypted.
one. More of those, or other things to collect down.
What on earth were they doing in this place?
Shit. Scared me.
ZNPC.
Sounds like a secret Nazi project, doesn't it?
I'm not gonna try and say that.
Boy, this radio station gets creepier every minute.
Yes, I can feel a shiver down my spine. And it's not the cold.
Operation Weserübung. The Nazi occupation of Northern Europe. It's the Dienstausweis of an SS Oberstgruppenführer. Some Otto Adler.
English, please?
Oh, sorry, it's the ID of a Nazi general.
Dead. Yeah. $23. Huh? Okay. Yeah.
The Nazis probably abandoned the base. That's why this message was never received.
Let's go. Solve this one and then maybe.
Code. I wonder.
Hey.
Could that be the code to access the reinforced door, Professor?
Hey. Missing that door. Come back to solve this one.
A reinforced door. You still think this is just a radio station?
Alright, I've gotta admit, this is weird as hell.
This guy looks like a bureaucrat. A monocle. He must be upper class. What a creepy-looking face he has.
Looks like a demon.
That guy with the white hair must be the senior one. This Voight fella doesn't sound too happy. Someone
Everyone.
must have gotten some dates wrong. Looks like a workers' registry from 1943.
Maybe an W? Ah. This must be...
German names with numbers assigned. No, the door won't budge.
But still. 5. Dumb.
At last, we did it, Evangeline.
Did it. First go. How easy was that?
So the station was just a cover-up. But I wonder what for.
Whatever it is, we're going to find out. And soon.
Oh no.
Harry tried to keep his composure when he saw the oily shadow. He didn't want to alarm Evie.
It's pretty...
Let us out.
They locked their own people in here. How could they?
They're Nazis, Evangeline. They're not exactly the good guys.
Told us.
think we'll find that great engineer of yours down here?
I hope so. This trip will have been a total waste of money.
But Evie suspected there was much more at stake than the cost of their trip.
Look at those barricades. What on God's green earth happened here?
I don't know, but we'd better be careful. It references a creature. You think that might be your great engineer?
Yes, sounds like it.
A liquid that reacts to sound. Like in the Rappahannock River caves.
Harry held his breath. The black shadows were back again. But then...
What the hell is that thing?
You can see that too?
That sort of cloud of black smoke? Of course. It looks alive.
Offices, control room, Kronos lab. That must be it. We have to go through to the other side. But how will we open these doors?
You said control room, right? I bet we can operate the doors from there.
That makes sense. Okay. To get there, we'll need to go downstairs and through the offices.
But Professor, the way downstairs is flooded. Well, it seems there's no other choice. Which of
I'll
us...
go this time, and I'm not going to allow any argument about it.
Because despite how I look, I'm not 80 yet, Harry thought to himself.
Do you want to go down then?
Not really, but
Go ahead. Lower me down.
All right. Be very careful down there, Professor.
Everything all right down there, Professor?
don't like
So
this.
far, so good. Though it's
Look,
very
you
dark
easily
in
just
here.
climb over.
And I think I know why this place is flooded.
Stuffs. Actually, hello. The way
They
out.
must have tried to break into that flying saucer and then release the black ooze.
Do you see any black ooze around?
All around, yes. I'm pretty sure it was the ship's fuel.
Somehow it's a power source.
I've still got 10 minutes of air in this suit.
How do you know how long you got? Who knows?
Evangeline, do you hear me?
Yes, Professor.
I've reached the control room. This is where they monitored that black smoke thing and ran experiments on it. Idiots. Only a fool would conduct experiments with black ooze.
Definitely.
He must be talking about that flying saucer we saw out there. I really hope they never succeeded. So that thing is not only alive, but it's also aggressive.
With that ammo. Just back here.
Evangeline, there's a panel here. Maybe it'll open those doors. All right,
There we
that's
go.
on.
Okay.
Professor, look. That thing. It's moving into the next chamber.
It seems to move like a trapped insect.
438. That. 4.
A light just came on.
Right.
Your turn, Evangeline.
Yeah. Stepping in. Trapped in there. See all that I want to go. 6.
Your turn, Professor.
Another one.
Open it.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
5-2.
You're in charge now.
Yep. 309.
Good. Please, by all means.
Oh. Ah, I can get us.
I opened this door for you, Professor. You can leave the control panel. I think we're safe. What on earth was that thing?
I don't know. But whatever it was, I don't want it close to us. Let's get out of here, quick.
Oh.